What happens if a helicopter's engine stops working mid-flight? You might think this is what happens. The helicopter crashes like a brick. But it's actually not true. What if we told you that every helicopter has a hidden parachute that can save them without a working engine? That special parachute turns the helicopter into a falling maple seed. This myth was born after famous American astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeted this on his page. He said that an airplane with failed engines can land like a glider, but if a helicopter's engines go off, it turns into a brick. We're here to prove Neil wrong. All helicopters can use one hidden parachute that helps them safely land if the engine fails. It's called autorotation. So what is autorotation exactly? Well, it's definitely not a parachute in a traditional way, but something more interesting and complex too. It's a technique that uses the remaining power of the blades and air resistance to safely land. Here's how it works. When a helicopter takes off for a flight, the rotor blades powered by the engine draw air from above and then exhaust it downward to generate lift. That's how helicopters go high. But when this engine loses power and fails, the airflow immediately reverses. The gravity starts pulling the helicopter down, and the air is forced from below into the rotor system upwards, turning the rotor blades. This is when the pilot needs to immediately drop the collective lever. Lowering it makes the blades go flat, producing less drag as it rotates in the air. This is done to make the blades turn faster as the helicopter rapidly goes down, helping it to descend slower. Just as the helicopter is about to hit the ground, the pilot must pull the helicopter up, pull the lever back, slow it down, and then safely land without injuring anyone on board, only giving them a good dose of adrenaline. But what if the lever isn't dropped in time? Rapidly falling down will increase the helicopter's pitch, which generates more airflow and lift, but it also increases drag. If the collective is dropped, the drag is countered by the flat blades. But if it's not dropped, the drag will make the helicopter go out of control, crashing it. This is why the lever is the most important part of the helicopter. If everything is done properly, the autorotation becomes a sort of parachute, but with blades. So no, it doesn't fall like a brick, Neil. It falls more like a maple seed. If you happen to notice, when the maple seed falls to the ground, it starts swirling around just like helicopter blades. Instead of gliding down like other leaves, it softly lands on the ground. This happens because its flat wing starts to generate turbulence in the air. Those are called leading edge vortices. This video shows that vortices are generated behind the edge of the rotating blade, which in turn generates lift and negates the gravitational force as the maple seed falls down. Also, as it goes down, air resistance slows down the fall, and it looks magnificent. The same principle goes for all helicopters. However, there is only one case where a helicopter falls like a brick. Its rotor blades must stop turning. This is why most helicopter crash tests are done without rotating rotors. Then it really falls like a brick.